Greetings all, Ferrari-Man 601 here. Well, it's time we do a race in the 2017 cars here in F1 2017. We're at Spa. We have one shot at qualifying here. I am in Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, and we're going to go out to the racetrack and try our single flying lap right about now. Definitely hitting the brakes a bit too early there, that's okay. What is our fuel mixture? That's at max cool. You got 4 steps on the mixture in qualifying. This must be all-out oil burn power. And DRS. It's our straight line speed. 330. It's lower than the F2004, even with DRS and full mix. Will say lots of grip on the ultra soft tires. Now our way through Pouhon. Apparently a Ferrari is the car to beat. It's Vettel. Vettel's marginally quicker here. Coming down into the Fagnes chicane. So far I am still down a bit. I've got 80% on the AI. Slowly ratcheting it up through these races. You're trying to figure out where the realistic level of competition lies. Blanchiment got a little bit more straight line performance. There's DRS. 47.336. What's that good for? That's good for a pole. Alrighty then. I'll take pole position. Cool. By 0.128. That's not too bad.
Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Yes, join us again in mere moments here for Lights Out. Okay, so we're lined up here on the right side of the grid where pole position is, and just review our strategy. We'll make one pit stop, and I don't think that's really going to be a problem. Tire life projected to be around 40-45% at the end of that first stint, which is going to be 4 laps, so a very short first stint for us. Our fuel load there, it's going to be good for 13 laps. Can we put more fuel on the car? Don't really want to. We have 11 laps worth of fuel. Let's carry a little bit more so that I don't have to bother so much with the engine map throughout the race. And then we'll be able to run in mode 1 or mode 3, or should I call it Strat 3 because we're driving a Mercedes. All right, big burnout across the line.
Is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
And because I'm the pole position man, I get to dictate the pace of the formation lap, and I want to do it basically at racing speed. So let's do it. Green flags up from the marshals. It's a cool little detail. I like that. How's our car looking? Temperatures are all nominal. No DRS, obviously. And those temperatures just shoot into the stratosphere on the front brakes. Once you get into that braking zone, they peak at about 1100 degrees C, which is hot. Through Pouhon. It's going to be easy 7th gear. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Everybody is miles behind me. Probably want to slow this pace down a little bit, so I'm not sitting on the grid for 10 years waiting for everybody. Engine's a little hot. Cool everything down a little bit while keeping some core temperature in the brakes. Yes, I am riding the brakes. And now we go up to form the grid. Field's all bunched up again behind me, that's what I want. And the game takes the most circuitous path to the grid slot I could ever imagine. I don't know why they had the AI form you up on the grid, because that would add another element of surprise to this, because if you screw up getting to the grid, you could do your burnouts, you could spin the car, you could crash the car doing your burnouts, you could line up in the wrong grid slot and get a penalty for that. I think that is an element that they missed here. But regardless, the field is almost formed up behind us. I don't know why it defaults to put it into reverse when it's sitting on the grid, but that's fine. So I've got the clutch in, first gear selected, getting the revs up, and off we go. That's Vettel with a slightly better start alongside us, but I have the inside into La Source. A little bit of contact there. And I get better drive out of the corner.
That's a decent start. Good job.
We lead through Eau Rouge and Raidillon. All right, I am happy with all of that so far. And this is a short first stint, so we need to go right now. 11 laps in total here. 25% of total distance. Lock up, getting away with it. Vettel is still right on my gearbox, and that was a bad entry into Pouhon. Two laps, DRS will be enabled, so I'm going to see if I can't try and pull that gap out to beyond 1 second to Sebastian Vettel. I am carrying more fuel than I strictly need, but I'm hoping that because of that I'll be able to run in the stronger engine modes for longer, and hopefully I'll work out the difference with pace, because I do have a little bit of a weight penalty with that fuel.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
That is lap 1 done. Okay, time to settle into a rhythm here. Everything feels good. Checking the car stats here. Everything so far looking good. And because Nico Rosberg is not in the field, I don't have to worry about being taken out by my teammate. Actually, I don't know where Valtteri is. He's not in the top 3. All components are looking good at the moment. I do like that they have assigned individual wear rates to individual driveline components. I've got the MGU-K, I've got the batteries, I've got the turbocharger, the internal combustion engine itself, MGU-H, ESCE. Trying to figure out what those are. What can ES possibly stand for? I know ICE is internal combustion engine. ES and CE. Electrical system just generally. And CE, I'm at a loss. Perhaps I could read the game's documentation as to what those particular elements are. I'm not familiar with those particular abbreviations. Change strategy button 4. Or T on the keyboard. I don't want to change the strategy. That's cool though that they're asking you. Everybody will have DRS behind me now. Doesn't seem to be helping them. Gap is just under 1 second to Sebastian Vettel behind. I'm not sure if he had DRS or not. There we go, that's better. The Ferraris are close. I will say that. They are sticking with me. So perhaps 80% so far, giving my very, very limited experience with the game. Perhaps that's where the best competition is for me at this moment. Delta is plus 2.6 on fuel, so that's right where I need to be. I want to continue running mode 3 anyway. And we're going to be pitting on this lap. Can't see if anybody else diving into the pits. Yeah, I think P4 or P5 just dived into the pits, so we'll see how they get on. They'll be going on to the Super Softs. I'll be going on to the Super Softs as well. What's our tire wear? 39%, 47% on that right front. I've been torturing it with lockups. See if anybody behind me has got DRS. They well might. Vettel, Raikkonen will certainly have DRS. It'll help him attack his teammate if he so desires, provided Arrivabene lets him. There's the same thing I did in the initial stream of consciousness video. Seb smells blood. There you go.
Some information on Verstappen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Verstappen slowing down, not concerned about him.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Alright, reminding me to pit, that's cool. Now, what are the Ferraris doing? Are we on the same strategy? I didn't happen to notice what tires Vettel is on. Yep, he's on the Ultra Softs, as is Raikkonen. We may be synced up here in terms of what it is we're doing. I'm going to follow my strategy. So into the pit lane with us. Limiter is on. All right, Raikkonen takes the lead. All right, good. There's Vettel. We stay ahead of Vettel. That's for position. That's good. Raikkonen will probably be in on this lap.
Look after these tires now.
Limiter off. Watch the white line. All right. Back out on the racetrack here. 2.18 is the fuel delta. That's good. Rejoin P9 now on the Super Soft tires. We are good to the end. And good to the regulations because we've used the 2 dry weather compounds. Tires a bit cold. Cover that nicely. I don't really have to worry about these guys in front because they all have yet to stop. Just keep in touch with them. I'm kind of not wanting to get myself involved with them because they will be taken out of my way in a lap or 2. Although, I believe that's the 2 Williams and the 2 Toro Rossos, so somebody's pulling a train there. Is it Stroll? It might be Stroll. No, it's Magnussen. I beg your pardon. It's Magnussen in the Haas. All aboard the Dane train. Generally, going to want to stay away from Magnussen. I don't want to be told to suck something. All right, Danny. Mr. Torpedo, hey, stick to your side of the road, please. And thank you. Yeah, get behind me. There you go. That's a good boy. Valtteri is pitting.
Entered the pit lane. He's in the pits.
Just don't hit me.
The distance to the leader is 4.2 seconds.
Don't hit me, Mr. Torpedo. All right. That's Raikkonen. This is for all the marbles right here. Whoa, that's contact with Sainz. Raikkonen and Sainz getting together. We'll have DRS here. DRS is open. Got a tow and DRS. Still slower than the F2004. It's got to be because this Mercedes has more downforce. He's like 13 years of development, you would expect that. Hi, Kimmy. Just a little love tap, letting you know where I am. All right, Stroll is really badly holding us up. What it is with these AI forcing me off. No, I am not in a traditional attacking position, I know. Come on, Lance. Pit. Lance still doesn't pit. He's on the super softs. He might be good to the end.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag, no overtaking. Green flag, okay. Yellow flag again. Well, that's annoying. Somebody's off there. It was Ocon. DRS again. DRS is open. Lance Stroll is leading the Grand Prix. He can't be good to go. He's just going deep into this stint. In other words, I'm led to believe that I am racing for the win with Mr. Raikkonen.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Force me off, Kimmy. Carlos Sainz, the Spanish torpedo. Come on, Lance, pit. Thank you. All right, leading. Right where I want to be. Is our car status looking? Tire wear is good. Temperatures are fine. Engine's a little hot, I think. And our wear, MGUK, heaviest wear, followed by the MGUH. Alright, well so far I've had to work somewhat to stay in P1. Carlos Sainz playing that spoiler role. Kimi Räikkönen not able to get past him. Sainz has got to be taking to the pit lane on this lap or next. Still running in mode 3. So my dastardly plan has come to fruition. Purple in sector 2. Might have to dial the engine back a little bit toward the end. Looking on our component wear. Component wear in UK at 18%. ICE looking good at 11. Fastest lap 149.978. All right, everything is one with the world again. Räikkönen has resumed P2 and Vettel in P3. So the Ferraris leapfrogged each other through that pit stop rotation. Interesting. However, I am well and truly out of DRS range now. So I guess I can relax a little bit. Yep, 4.6 seconds is the gap.
There's 3 laps.
Bottas now in P3. Did he pass Vettel on merit, or does Vettel have a problem? Engineer just told me 3 laps of fuel remaining. We're going to go into mix 2. Bit of squirreliness on the rear there. Purple again in sector 2. Coming up through Blanchiment. Very cool. On the brakes. Second gear through the bus stop. And start finish. 2 to go.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. So the gap to our teammate is 6.6 seconds.
I don't want to hear anything about team orders. 6.6 seconds and Kimi Räikkönen between us. Where did Sebastian Vettel go? Gone into mode 1 on the fuel. Car's feeling fine. All of our component wear looks nominal. Fuel delta is +1. I do have to say they've also done the sounds of the Mercedes engine at very least very nicely. Quite nice to listen to for a V6. And starting the final tour of this 4.3 mile circuit.
2 laps of fuel left. This is your final lap of the race.
Awesome. I feel fine, car feels fine. We are safe from DRS attack. Just barely breaking 11,000 RPM, just being easy on everything. I have no need to push it. Fania for the last time. Stavolo heading back up the hill. Coming up to start finish, making a detour through Washimont and the bus stop along the way. To mode 3 briefly. Through the final corner and lighting it up to the line. And there's the checkered flag and a win in the Mercedes.
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, there's a win for Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes at Spa.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today.
Yep. Great win. Awesome. Worked really hard on it.
Anthony,
Actually,
what do you think made the difference here?
I really did have to watch myself after that pit stop because Raikkonen did have me briefly, and that would have been for the win. So even with the short race, you do kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing and where you are, because that was not by any means cinched up for me, even after the pit stop. Even though I had a better stop than Vettel and I beat him out of the pit lane, Raikkonen actually was a threat. So I had to manage that, even though I was on pole position. So, yeah, even with the shorter races, you do have to manage things if you want to finish first, because it would have been quite easy for me to lose sight of Kimi Raikkonen and then realize, oh crap, he's in front of me. So, not too bad. Some of the slower cars who were the last to pit, Stroll and Sainz, they were a problem as well, and had to work my way past Sainz on track.
On to the driver of the day,
but
then.
There you go.
Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Driver of the
Let's
day?
give it to Kevin Magnussen.
Kevin Magnussen, driver of the day? No, I'm driver of the day. Real, I won. How is Kevin Magnussen driver of the day? Anyway, at least they didn't give it to Max Verstappen, who I don't even see him here. Where is Max Verstappen? Did he finish? Yeah, he finished in P14. Something terrible must have happened. Probably lost another driveline component, as he's been apt to do in real life. And the only driver who didn't finish, Esteban Ocon, who dropped out. Not entirely sure when he dropped out, but yeah. Esteban Ocon in the Force India, the only retiree from this 25% race at Spa. Ferrari put on a strong challenge with Kimi Raikkonen. Sebastian Vettel was passed by Valtteri Bottas somewhere along the line. But yeah, that's actually a pretty competitive performance from the Mercedes and the Ferrari. And well, that's mirroring what we're seeing in reality in Force India, beating Red Bull pretty handily, even though they've only got one car finishing the race. So not bad at all. Lance Stroll ended up finishing 12th, right where he started. So all in all, not too bad.